Have you heard that Newcastle is going to be the Paris Saint-Germain of the Premier League? How did you see that news?
Well, I'm not surprised because there were speculations last season that there will be this takeover from Newcastle. So happening now, let's see what's going to go with the team.
I don't think the big EPL club knows what's about to hit them right now. I don't think so.
I fear for clubs like Arsenal and Tottenham, and to a better aspect, Barcelona in the Champions League.
But can money really buy a team?
Well, sorry to take in. Okay, if you're talking about money, if you look at the likes of PSG, look at the likes of Man City. Remember, Man City, yes, they were doing well in the EPL, but that firepower was not there. But after the takeover by the Abu Dhabi brothers, you could see the trophies they have won in this short time. Now look at the likes of PSG. Well, Lyon, Marseille were dominating the French league. PSG, after the takeover by their owner, El Khalifi, look at what they've won so far. So I believe the same thing is going to happen with Newcastle now. With this takeover, having 10 times the amount that Man City is having, that's the richest club in the world now. I mean, trophies will be coming in for Newcastle.
Real Madrid are called the Galacticos now because of their spending power. Real Madrid can buy anybody. Real Madrid can go in for any player they want to buy. That's why they are called the Galacticos. So I feel Newcastle is the Galacticos of EPL right now.
I don't feel money can buy you a team. I feel money can buy you a squad of quality players. But with the team, you have to build it with a lot of ingredients. It takes time to build a team. For example, as I said, Man City, PSG. It took them time. Like, for example, Man City, their owner bought the club in 2008. But it took them like 4 years or so to win a trophy.
Practically every big players in the world are playing for the big teams. You have only few players that are playing for the underdogs. For instance, let's talk about Mbappe. Mbappe's mind is set on Real Madrid, and nobody's changing that. Who are the exceptional players again in the world? Let's talk about João Felix. Let's talk about Haaland. These guys are still doing well, and their teams are so, to a large extent, they are doing well too in terms of financial capabilities. So, do you think these teams that are also firepowers would release their players?
I don't think that's how Newcastle will go about this. There are still lots of players that have potentials that will want to go to Newcastle. The difference between the former Newcastle and the new Newcastle is that they will now have players who want to come to the new Newcastle now because there is money and there is backing from the owner. You get me? So in terms of player coming in, they might not necessarily go for the big names player. They might just try and be going for all these players that they have like 1 year left on their contracts and all that. Not that they cannot just go and buy the Mbappe, the Messi, the Ronaldo like that. They have to go for all these players that have lesser year on their contract and attract them.
Newcastle now, we know, let's call them the very, very underdogs. Let me use that word because down the years they've been fighting for relegation battle, season in, season out. Now with this investment, with this kind of money they have the pulling power. Now you made mention of some big names, the Haalands, the Mbappes, and some other names. Now Newcastle have the power to sign those players, but they will not come in. Now, what I see, using the Premier League as a big factor, most players want to play in the Premier League. Everybody feels the Premier League is the best club in the world. So everybody wants to show their strength. If you know you're a very good player, come to the Premier League and play. So with this, Newcastle can attract some of those players. For now, what I think Newcastle will do is for them to ship out some of those players they think are not quality enough to be in the club to win them trophies. Get a good coach. Now we have two very good coaches without a job. Zinedine Zidane and Antonio Conte. So getting those coaches that he knows they have dealt with, they've handled big players, they'll be able to attract some of these big players. So for now, Newcastle will just try to stay in the league at a very good position. Then we expect them from next season, they need to make those big mouth-watering transfers.
I feel Newcastle, they have to stay in the league first before they can have any pulling power, because as at now they are fighting relegation, and if they relegate, I don't see them coming back anytime soon. So they need to stay in the league first. Then their coach, they need a good coach, and they can get players of good to average quality or average to good quality, like players like Van der Beek, players like that need game time. They can get players like that too. But first things first, they need to stay in the league.
But you know their coach, we're saying they need an experienced coach and all that. Their coach Steve Bruce is celebrating his 1/10, or he's supposed to celebrate his 1,000th game as a manager this Saturday. So we can say Steve Bruce, but there are some issues that are beyond the coach.
Yes.
There are some. They said that is where the new owners come in. There is money to splash around. Why can't they give the man to a chance if he's able to survive this without going for relegation?
I don't think Steve Bruce has a very good, CV.
But he knows the league. He doesn't. He's not just as lucky to coach a big team. But he knows the league.
There's a difference between knowing the league and know how to actually manage the club properly. You cannot compare Steve Bruce with Zidane or Antonio Conte because these two coaches now have already proven themselves. Antonio Conte proved himself at Inter Milan, while Zidane proved himself at Real Madrid, and they have good CVs. Sorry for using the word CV, but that's what CV. Steve Bruce don't have anything. It's just it's not just the right person for the job.
This week is going to be a very big week. Big games this week. We have Leicester, Manchester United, which is of course one of the major highlights of this week. Chelsea playing Brentford. Brentford that is, we have Tony, Liverpool, Watford. Yes. Man City, Burnley, not so big, but who would you stake your bet on?
I'll go for Manchester United, Leicester. I'll pick that game to Leicester win or draw. I won't put my money with Manchester United. I can never do that.
Can't trust them.
I'll go for both teams.
I don't trust Manchester United.
Both teams to score, yes.
I'll go for both teams to score.
I think I'll go with his.
United can score, and they can also
remember. There's no Harry Maguire. There's no Rafael Varane on the squad.
Yes, that's why I say both teams to score. For me, I think that's a sure bet.
I feel for Chelsea this weekend. For me, I think I'll go with the shocker will be Brentford. I don't see Chelsea winning that game. Yes, why? Number one, Lukaku is injured. Rudiger is injured. Thiago Silva will not be playing because he just played last night with Brazil in the qualifiers. So, and the big point of discussion there is that Anthony Taylor will be the one officiating that game.
But you have Chauba.
I'm not even talking about the players now. I'm talking about the ref that will be officiating. Anthony Taylor, 6 consecutive games he has officiated the Chelsea's game. Chelsea has not won.
They were writing this petition that ban
Chelsea. I don't see Chelsea winning that. So for me, guys, I would say go for Brentford win or draw.
There's this petition going on that banning Anthony Taylor from officiating any of Chelsea game.
We don't win.
But I don't know how the matter.
Every team probably has a.
Not every team. Not Manchester United.
Mine you two has.
Not Manchester United.
Oh,
not Manchester United.
Against Aston Villa.
Yes.
What was his name?
Not that's one out of many. We know Manchester United when they won the Premier League consecutively. Oh, what we know what we're ready for you guys.
Even if our ref was for Man, he was the only English ref to ref in a final. He refed in the World Cup. Which other English ref in the World Cup in those seasons?
He's one of the top.
So why would you say this? If he is that biased, the ref would see.
Are you trying to tell me already he's not biased?
He is not biased. Whatever you know. In fact, he's not biased.
Very biased. He's very biased. We all know.
Back to the stakes now. Back to the stakes now. So, don't you feel Burnley can pull a shocker against Man City?
Nah, I doubt.
5-0. In fact, correct score. 5-0. Go and check the head-to-head. Man City at Etihad against Burnley, 5-0.
Yeah.
5-0. Take it from me. In fact, correct score.
Win that game.
5-0 Man City.
Easily.
And coupled with the fact that the Champions League is coming.
Yeah.
Man City. They need to boost their confidence. So
Man City to win.
Man City. Then I think
Liverpool, Watford.
Liverpool win for Liverpool. But wait. Don't 5 forget. Liverpool players and senior players are not playing that much. Halisson is not playing, Fabio is not playing, Firmino is not playing, and they have lots of injuries like Thiago Alcantara is injured.
These names are even called out. They're not actually starters like that. Like Firmino, not this thing. Jota has been starting. Fabio.
Jota is injured though.
Jota is injured.
Yeah.
Origi can come in. We know Klopp will have a way of going around.
Yeah.
Even if it's going to be a slim win.
With Mane and Salah,
Liverpool, yeah, he's too strong. Yeah, Liverpool should
line
get
is
to win. So, straight win Liverpool, win or draw for Leicester City, win or draw for Brentford. I think. That should be a good stake. Straight win for Man City.
Win for Brentford.
Win for Brentford is possible. Win for Brentford with Anthony Taylor.
Nobody's saying win for Man. Win for Manchester United. All right, it's a wrap. We'll see you next week on The Grill. Peace out.